Resin. Last week's, this week's, next week's, and probably the week after that's hot button topic. Resin is primarily used for time gating your character within the game, be it your leveling upgrade materials, weapon upgrade materials, talent upgrade materials, or farming new artifacts for your character to boost their base power. Those artifacts have random rolls, but getting the rolls that you need to gain more power can also be very difficult. And currently that's why it's created such a frustration with the player base, because people want to progress and improve and work on their characters any way they can, but because this system is designed so stringently and so strictly, we currently don't have any form of farm to do outside of running around potentially finding random chests within the world that don't even scale with your world level. So you're getting world level 1 rewards for a world level 4 or 5 character, and that just doesn't work. It doesn't make sense. But Resin is designed for business purposes and player purposes. The business purpose for Resin is obviously they want you to spend not necessarily more time in the game, but they want you to spend more days with it. Week after week, month after month. They want you in the game every day, because if you burn through all of their content and everything available to you, then you won't play the game, therefore you won't interact with their menus and systems and their wishes and the ability to spend money on the game, wink wink. But it is also designed with players in mind, as nefarious as all that sounds. It is designed with your time in mind. It is designed from a mobile game perspective. They didn't think it was going to blow up like this, and within that design and within these gacha systems, generally you're not playing for that long every day. You hop on, you might do some dailies, maybe there's a mission or two, same thing with us, and then you hop off and then you hop on the next day. It is unfortunately designed for a different kind of game, because I don't believe Genshin Impact fits within that stereotypical gacha simulator system, because you might be able to bring parallels between either dailies or missions or reward structure, that kind of thing, but because of this open world setting, it's something completely different. And I believe it needs to be treated as such, and it doesn't need to be treated like these standard mobile games that we've been seeing. So the main purpose of Resin is time gating. And if that's what the developers want to do, what can we do in the game's current systems to keep Resin, but tweak other systems in the game to allow us to consistently being able to grind and progress our characters, but we will still be time gated just like they want to with the original system. The main change I can probably see that might be feasible for this is the domains within the game, the artifact dungeons. These domains have not only the artifacts we're looking to grind, there's various throughout the world, throughout the game, different sets, and these sets also have randomized stats. Not completely randomized, they come from a pool per item, but it's randomized enough to where you could get the set piece that you want, but it could obviously have nothing that you're interested in using, so it can be trashed. So how can we remove the Resin from these domains, from this system specifically, to give us a grind to work on without breaking our progress too hard? So to remove Resin from this system, we need to remove the materials within these dungeons that allow us to progress in that time gate. So what materials are here that are mostly time gate? We have adventure rank, Mora, and companionship XP. Most people are probably going to wave their hand at it, but some of the selling points for these gacha mobile style games is when you increase your companionship XP or your level, or maybe in some other games your love with these characters, they unlock new voice lines, you get to learn more about them, more dialogue, and all of it's voice acted, which is also incredible. These are time-gated progression systems that can be removed, so we can remove the Resin. What do we have left? Then we have the 3-star blue sets and then the purple sets. And as we go further, we get the 5-star artifact here. But there's a problem here. And the problem lies in these 2 blue sets. Because a system I don't know if a lot of people know about is if you go into your artifact menu, any blue quality 3-star or below material, if you trash it, gives you an equivalent amount of Mora for the item. Now, if you were to enhance this item instead, so we are going to enhance this feather with another feather of the same exact type, you'll notice that the currency you gain from selling these items is also the exact amount of currency required to level them up and the same amount of experience you get. So all of these systems are tied together almost one-to-one towards your time-gated progression. Because of that, and because of the ability to sell these blue sets, the blue sets would also have to be removed from these dungeons because they provide you with time-gated material. So we'd be left with the purple set. But that sounds great, right? But how much would you get? Currently within this system, at this adventure rank, you get one random piece every time you complete. Or in this level of the system, I believe you can get 2, and you might be able to get a 5-star. I don't know what the chances are. But the important part is that 4-star materials, if we go back into our artifact system, cannot be sold through this trash system. This system is initially created because if you loot more items than you can actually hold, those items aren't going to waste. They're going to be instantly trashed and then transferred to Mora to be put back into your bank, right? Let's say I go to trash a green item, that's 840 Mora, that would go straight to me, so I wouldn't lose the progression of the activity I did, I wouldn't be wasting my time. But that system does not apply to purple quality equipment, nor do we have the breadth of purple quality equipment to actually be able to sell these consistently to make money. So right now, this might have to change later on, as that we might get so many thousands of purple plus 4 and 5-star artifact quality items that it might actually start auto selling those, giving us Mora, giving us that time gated currency. But I don't think we're even near there yet, and this is something that I think they should change so we can actually have something to work towards every day as a grind, as compared to what we have now, which is if you have no resin, you get no progression. It is a very frustrating system, and the reason the system is frustrating is because we love playing this game. I've said it in other videos, and I will say it again, this game is fantastic. I just want to play more of it. I absolutely love it so much. So tweaking these dungeons, I think, goes a long way with a small change, but Resin as a time lock system does have merits to us, because if they don't time lock us, we will blow through everything and have nothing left. So for now, I find it very unfortunate that the resin system is so restrictive. I don't like it at all. And one of the things it has me do is I sat down and quite literally mathed out how much resin I was going to get per week with it never capping, what activities were worth doing that can give me the most benefit for every single resin spent. Even then, I've sat sometimes with 100 resin going, what the hell do I do with this? Because there's so much to spend it on and I just simply don't have enough of it. So changing the artifact dungeons potentially could be something that goes a long way as far as players being able to grind and play and that kind of thing. But that's kind of where we're at right now. We've given feedback to the developers. I've sent my own feedback tickets in. People are getting surveys and probably talking about the resin system, all that kind of stuff. The most that we can do is wait. And the thing that I'm worried most about is that we will hear nothing, because I'd rather have them come back to us and say, no, we're not changing it, or have them come back to us and say, well, anything really, because sitting and waiting, it's just gonna feel bad. As a final note before we exit this video, I am going to be changing my Twitch channel name to something different. I will have the updated links on all of my social media within the description of the videos, so look out for that, and thank you very much for watching. I hope you have a good day or night depending on where you're at, and I'll see you next time. Bye!